So we're 1 week into Alex Hormozi's Skool games, and I currently sit 5th on the leaderboard. But the best thing about all of this is that we've just had a second daughter who's 6 weeks, time is non-existent. So I've done all of this with a simple sales doc and no sales call. And in this video, I'm going to break down exactly what's working and the 7 strategies I've been using so you can take that and implement yourself. And if you're new here, my name is Joel, and this channel helps heart-led coaches become more powerful and profitable in their coaching in a way that's aligned, authentic, and easeful. But before I dive in, I want to be really clear as to who this video is not for, because I see far too many coaches rushing to launch group coaching or their community because they've been told it's the only way they can scale their business. Total nonsense. Prior to this launch, I had a very profitable one-to-one coaching business. I was making between 20 to 30K every single month consistently, and business was great. But what's more, by focusing on one-to-one for such a long time, you really master the craft and art of coaching, which is going to pay off so much more when you get to the group coaching and the community building. But if you are a coach that's looking to launch a group coaching program or build a community, here are the 7 strategies as to what's working for me right now and why I currently sit 5th on that leaderboard. So number 1, context. Now, you may be thinking to yourself, wow, your sales doc must be the bee's knees. It must be copywriting wizardry. Well, you'll be wrong. The sales doc has done about 10% of the work. The sales doc is incredibly simple. And actually, as a side note, if you want to have a look at the sales doc, just message me on Instagram, on LinkedIn with the word collective, and I'll send that across your way. But the sales doc is wildly simple and has only really done 10% of the work. What's done the other 90% has been my content, my marketing, and really getting my audience results in advance. If I could summarize my marketing strategy in one sentence, it would be get my audience results in advance. So I entered this week with massive momentum because within the last year and 18 months, I've been incredibly consistent creating content, running workshops, creating freebies, turning up, doing lives, and I've built an incredible amount of goodwill. And I haven't made many withdrawals from that goodwill because I've been filling my one-to-one coaching purely offline in private. So I haven't made many requests, many withdrawals. So when I launched this program, I had a lot of goodwill built up. So context is everything. So if you want to sell without an enrollment call or sales call and with just a sales doc, then your audience need to already be bought totally into you and your methodology. If you've done those 2 sales, your sales doc will do the selling of the offer, and it's really more about formalities. So the second strategy was creating urgency through a supply-demand tension. Now, I created spots for 10 clients. Now, I know that I could have filled way more than that, maybe 15 or 20, but because it was the first time I was opening the doors for this community, I wanted to really build momentum and I wanted to guarantee filling those spots. So I was willing to take a hit on the finances to guarantee filling it. So what I did is just created 10 places. And when I communicated and shared the sales doc to people, it was so easy because I said, we've got 10 spots. I'm currently speaking to 30 people. Once they're gone, they're gone. And that really created urgency and got people off their hands. So whenever you launch a group program or a community, that supply-demand tension is absolutely crucial to get people to act. Otherwise, people will just sit on their hand and they'll sit on their fence probably for the rest of their life. And number 3, and building on from that, was building momentum with a super early bird offer. Now, one of the most powerful forces in business, in marketing, is momentum, because momentum does create that supply-demand tension. So I made it such a no-brainer for the first 3 to 5 signups, and getting those 3 to 5 signups, it just created so much momentum and it added to the supply-demand tension. Again, I was only 24 hours in and I signed 3 to 5 clients, so that when I was speaking to people on day 2, day 3, I could say, I've only been open for a day, but I've already had 5 spots left. I've only got 5 more. Let me know if you want it. Once they're gone, they're gone. Again, that urgency and supply-demand tension is a really amazing driver of influence. Number 4 was remaining totally unattached. And I truly mean this. I cared if people joined, but I didn't mind. And I think that's the sweet spot in this. Of course I want to help people. Of course I want to serve people, but I'm not attached to that. I'm not in the world of convincing. That's not me. I want people to feel empowered, like the choice is coming within. And that unattachment really leads to magnetism. It's like the less I care about creating money, the easier money is to create. And for me, the way to remain unattached is to trust. Trust in yourself, trust in your future self, and trust that if you're here and you're okay, you'll be okay there. It's such a simple statement, but it really helps me out. And I have a real trust in something way bigger than me. And that trust just really allows me to be unattached. Sure, I've got goals, but they don't define who I am. I'm not attached to them. I'm not attached to certain clients, certain money goals. It's a desire, sure, but I hold on to them really, really lightly. So number 5 is making it a total no-brainer. Now, anytime I launch a new offer, my goal is momentum. My goal is not to break the records financially, although it's often happens. My goal is just to build momentum. And really, because I'm in this for a long run, I see myself coaching for 10, 20, 30, 40 years for the rest of my life. Because I'm in this in the long run, I'm not playing the immediate game. I'm playing the get my clients amazing results, over deliver, get incredible testimonials, build referrals, and I'm playing the compound game, because the compound game is exponential down the road. Whereas if you try to overcharge now and you're not totally convinced on your price and your price is a little bit stretchy and you don't over deliver, you only get one reputation. So I'm a really big believer in actually, sure, you might make less in the immediate term, but actually it's going to pay off far more down the road. So I made this a total no-brainer. It wasn't an amount that I resented, and that was the sweet spot. It was a no-brainer, but also I felt like there was a fair energy exchange. When you have that, that's the sweet spot. And number 6, which is on a similar theme, and that is to have a really clear, defined dream outcome and methodology. So for the offer that I've just filled, I had that really defined clear outcome, because when you're selling group coaching programs, people aren't buying time, they're buying results. And that is a key component whenever you are selling a group coaching program. Be really clear as to the dream outcome and the methodology on how they're going to get there. And that really is the sales doc. The dream outcome, how they're going to get there, what results they can expect, how long it's going to take, and that's basically it. And then number 7, the final one, is I didn't falter. Now, I've filled over 10 group coaching programs now with 10 to 15 people in it, and most of them were with real people, actually traditionally stubborn men. And in that process, I have had a lot of, let's say, dark days where I really doubted myself, but I quickly shook it off. I would often go into some breath work or movement or some dance or some shaking. I quickly shook it off and got back to it, because it is your prolificness and your relentlessness that will pay off whenever you are launching a group coaching program. And this is from minute 1 to the minute that you start the program. You have to be all in. You cannot second guess yourself. You cannot pause for one moment and doubt. And I've been there. One group coaching program, I doubted myself halfway through, and I only got 5 people on that group coaching program. You just cannot doubt yourself. Once you make the decision, you are all in, and that's it. No turning back. Burn the boats, go all in, be prolific. And that's it. So if this has been useful, go ahead, give it a like, comment with where you're watching this, your biggest insight. Go ahead and give me a subscribe. And if you want to see how else I can support you, have a look in the description, and I hope to see you soon. If you're not ready for that, then this video over here will be super valuable in your journey growing as a coach and a person. Hope to see you soon. I'm sending you lots of love. Bye for now.